What's up, Amazon sellers? If you are just starting out on Amazon and you are wondering the question, what is clearance section sourcing? Then this is the video for you. Today, I'm going to go through what clearance section sourcing is, and I'm going to give you a live screen share to show you exactly how to do it and get the most out of it. So stay tuned. Okay, if you don't know who I am, my name is Thomas Parkinson and I am an Amazon arbitrage seller selling in the UK for about the last 4 years now. Now, quite simply, I am on a mission to do £1 million over the next 18 months, end of 2021. That will be when I aim to achieve my goal. And have a look at a video up here where I document the whole journey and I talk through it, but also as well, I share my profits. I share everything about what I'm doing, and hopefully you can learn a thing or two that maybe you can take to your business. So what am I going to go through today in this video? Number one, I'm going to go through what is clearance section sourcing. Number two, I'm going to go through why you should be doing clearance section sourcing. Number three, Scout's honor. Three, I'm going to be going through the pros and cons of clearance section sourcing. Number four, I'm going to be talking about what to look for when doing clearance section sourcing. Number five, I am going to go through how to do clearance section sourcing, and we'll go live with the screen share to show you that. And then finally, number six, I'm going to share some top tips around clearance section sourcing that can help you get the most out of it and skip the bad parts of it as well. So let's get into it now. Okay, first things first, what is clearance section sourcing? Well, quite simply, it's generally speaking products that a manufacturer or a supplier or a retailer wants to get rid of. You know, it could be something that's like an end-of-line product that they want to sell. They want to just get rid of the product because it's not going to be part of their new range. Maybe it's an old range or it's a discontinued end-of-line product from the manufacturer, and they want to get it out of their stores and just recoup the money. So what do? They reduce the price of it. And they'll generally put it maybe in like a clearance section, or on a website, a clearance section on the website. Now, what we generally see is that the price will be reduced maybe a little bit, and then as time goes by, it reduces down further and further. Well, that's a top tip for you. Just remember, prices can go down further. So if it's not profitable today, maybe check back in a couple of weeks. That could help you out. Okay, number two, why should you be doing clearance section sourcing? Well, quite simply, this is like easy wins. My God, these products are products that are properly sold, and they just want to get rid of them because they're end of line. And what have they done? The suppliers have reduced the price. My God, when the prices are cheap, you can generally resell for a good profit. So looking for these products, starting your sourcing, searching, maybe in clearance sections, can be a really easy way to find products which are going to be profitable and easy to resell. So top tip there. And clearance section sourcing makes sourcing faster. That's it. Most people who start sourcing, they will pretty much jump on clearance section sourcing as the first go-to sourcing because it's, statistically speaking, a pretty good way of finding deals which are profitable. Number three, let's talk about the pros and the cons of clearance section sourcing. First of all, let's go through the pros. Generally speaking, they're going to be low prices. Why? Because they've reduced their clearance section. So they're going to be good, low, or they're going to be low prices. And as a result, that means you're going to get a good ROI on the products that you're buying and looking to resell. Now, a lot of the time in the clearance sections, you can find the products which are going to have maybe a bit rare, that maybe like end-of-line Lego items that maybe if you hold on to, they are going to be amazingly profitable over the long term. But also as well, because they're end-of-line, a lot of people don't have them in stock, and they're the more harder to find rarer items. Now, I said it earlier and I said it beforehand, generally speaking, clearance section is the place where most people start. Why? Because the price is reduced, your chances of finding a good deal are so much higher. So just be mindful of that. Clearance sections, generally speaking, you're probably going to find a deal a lot quicker. Now, one of the things you might be thinking about, that all sounds really good, but what are the cons? What are the negative sides of clearance section sourcing? Well, quite simply, number one, they are going to be limited stock. So it's not like you can go find a product in clearance section and keep buying it again and again the next year. No, that's it. Once you've got it, that's pretty much it. Now, number two, what I will say is that if it's a nationwide clearance, let's say, for example, that product exists en masse, and maybe the supplier bought too many and they reduced a lot of them down across all the stores nationwide. Maybe you just have too much stock and they're selling them online as well. And quite simply, what does that mean? It means that what looks like an amazing product today, might actually have a flood of other buyers across the country buying exactly the same product, and as a result, prices tank. So just be mindful, be aware of, this could be a product which looks really good on paper, But obviously, because it's a nationwide sale, everyone's buying it. So the competition is going to go right up. Now, the final one is a lot of clearance items can be, should we say, not perfect condition, because retailers like to sell everything in perfect condition and they might not be perfect. So whenever you're looking at your website or whatever you're doing, make sure you're just checking they are new, they are exactly new, that's what you're after. So always check that website there. But one thing to be careful of is that they might not be brand new, they might be like grade B or grade C items. They normally say like, oh, box damage, but the product's new. You're like, no, the box has to be perfect for us. Unless obviously you're trading in used goods, which we just don't do. Okay, number 4, what to do with clearance section sourcing. So quite simply, before you jump into actually, oh my God, let's go jump into the clearance section, let's just go. What can you do to help improve your chances of finding deals and get quicker? Okay, so quite simply, obviously find the clearance section. It goes without saying. I'd probably recommend looking for that first if you're starting with a new store. But within the clearance section itself, there's a couple of tricks that you can do that's going to really speed you up. Number 1, think about what you're sourcing. Maybe you're like, I'm a beauty only seller, so obviously look in the beauty section. Now, also as well, look at maybe certain categories. Maybe you like certain categories that do better than others. So generally speaking, a lot of clearance will be like toys and games. A lot of people do that. You might even go so far as to look at just the big name brands. Anyone can reduce down a product, an unknown product, and call it cheap. But really big name brands are the ones that can sell. Whenever I talk about doing deal analysis, the 3 metrics of deal analysis are profit, ROI, and selling the product. Big name brands are going to generally sell better than unknown brands. Oh, and the final one, of course, have a filter by top discount. Generally, if there's a 50% off a deal, then that is going to be much better than the 10% off one. So if you can filter it on the website by percentage discount, then that is going to really help you out, probably finding the best deals quicker. Okay, quick question for you guys. I love sharing all these sourcing techniques. I just want to ask, what is your favorite sourcing technique that works for you? Drop it in the comments down below. Is it clearance section sourcing or even reverse sourcing? Drop it in the comments down below. I'm really interested to know. And maybe there's something you're doing that I don't know about. Oh my God, I'll have to get in contact and find out what you're doing. Thank you. Okay, so here we are in, a clearance section. Now, quite simply, the one thing which I want to kind of just talk through to you is that sometimes like finding the clearance section can actually be quite challenging. So let's go through that now and talk about the clearance section. So in here, like if you can see, you can go into little categories like kids and babies, home. The clearance section's all in that subcategory. For example, boots, for example, you can search here, and it can be actually quite hard sometimes, but it's actually under offers, so you have to do a little search. But also as well, in fact, here in Argos, for example, you can actually see it's on the homepage right there, nice and simple. It's not very clearly defined, they don't really want to advertise it, so have a look. And another good way, and here we'll have a look at boots, is that sometimes if you want to, you can actually type it in. So go to the search bar, type in clearance, and you're going to find that clearance section. Again, it's a bit hidden away. They don't want to sell their discounted items. So voila, you can just search here in boots. Now let's have a quick look at some of these items, and no, it's not really something that I want to look through right now. We'll probably we'll have a look at another supplier. What I'll try to do is go to Argos, I think it is, and have a look at those. So yeah. Okay, so in now, let's just have a quick look at the clearance section here. Cool. And one of the things that I kind of look at is you could just jump into shop all, but it's not really what I want. Remember, what I'm really looking at doing is probably filtering it straight away. So there can be a lot of clearance items. So I might just go into something like, I don't know, say toys and games, or home and garden, health and beauty, sports and leisure, try to do that. So let's just kind of jump into toys. And we'll go through that and have a look at what they are. So quite simply, one of the things that I will say, and you can see here, right, just in the clearance section of toys is 1,502 products. Like that is one heck of a lot of products. That could take quite a long time to search through. So one of the things that I really recommend to do is filter them by, like do a subsection. So it could be like Lego, a category within the clearance section, or a price range. Now, I would say normally I might actually filter them by the biggest discount and do it that way, but here you can't do it in Lego. But I said like kind of you can do it through pricing or a category. But the one reason why I kind of say that is if you were to like try and do the whole clearance section, and we'll go down now and have a look, you can see here, like just go down to the bottom. Right now, it's got 26 pages, and if you were to start today and saw page 1, 2, and 3, stop, come back tomorrow, the results today on page 4 wouldn't be the same results tomorrow on page 4. They get moved around, they get shuffled. So quite simply, you want to do certain subsections of the clearance section at a time, clear that down in one day, and then the next day come back and maybe do another subsection. So don't just do page 1 to 3, that's it, and then page 4 onwards. It doesn't work. So quite simply, I won't lie, I've had a look through a couple of these before, because if I didn't, you could be here forever going through all the sourcing. We know that unfortunately, manual sourcing or clearance section sourcing isn't perfect. It does take time. So let's kind of have a look for a product now and kind of go through. So kind of quite a few products here. Looking through. Still going. Okay, so let's just jump into, I'd say Peppa Pig. Again, I'm looking for a product in Peppa Pig, and unfortunately, because it's moved around, like I just said, it's not there. So quite simply here, you can see they've got a Peppa Pig classroom playset. Let's open that up. You can see that's been reduced from £13 down to £8, to 9, sorry, got that wrong. So here you go, classroom playset, and let's search for that in Amazon. Here it is, so let's kind of just go through and do the actual search. Well, actually, let's load it back up into Amazon. We'll do it the proper way. There you go, drop it in. Search that. Now, the one thing which I will say is this item is currently not deliverable to our postcode, but it could be deliverable to you, or even you could go in store and pick it up if you want to. Generally, like to do it away, but this one product is click and collect only, just be aware. So let's have a quick look through, and there you go, Peppa Pig classroom playset, getting that right. Let's load that one up. And you can see we can buy it for £9, and this is going for £19.90. So initial thoughts, pretty good. Let's have a quick look at that. And then let's have a look at the keeper chart. I'm always interested in checking that keeper chart. That's something really important. And I can see here, just it's kind of loading. Oh my God, my computer's going a mess. So right here, we've got, you can see that price is pretty static. And I'll just have a quick look at that, the information. It's pretty static across the whole of that line. Let's just jump in there, the £9, and we're going to do it for itself, buy for 9, sell it for 19.90, and you can see that is £4.47. And while the account that I'm on right now isn't eligible to sell, it's not a hazmat item. So if you're not gating toys and games, you can certainly sell this item, and you get a nice profit of £4.47, and obviously a nice ROI as well. That is a nice little example of going through a clearance section and actually looking for products to sell on Amazon. Okay, so top tips in regards to clearance section sourcing, let's go through them now. Okay, one top thing that we learn actually by scraping websites for a long time is understanding when, or generally what time, a supplier will reduce its prices. Now, a lot of suppliers generally do this around 4 a.m. in the morning. So maybe you're just going to monitor what's going on with the pricing over the course of the day and have a look, oh, I just noticed some price changes. Make a note of that time and make sure that you check just after that time for any price changes, and obviously you can get in there and get the best deals straight away. Now, a variation on that is also not just the time, but also the day. If we're looking at any sourcing, have a check the same clearance websites Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and see, are there certain days whereby generally all the clearance items come out? It might be that the person who does it on the website pretty much has that in their calendar to do it every Wednesday. So if you know that information, that is so key to getting there at the right time, finding the right deals. Now, that kind of leads me quite nicely onto just being alert. Like, having that information is key, but obviously you are not the only person who knows about it. Get on top of it, schedule it in your calendar, have that time available to say, right, bang, there is a sale on, there's some new items in the clearance section, and you just need to jump on it. So making time available to check those clearance sections is going to be key. Now, it might be the case that 3 weeks out of 4, you get nothing, but it's going to be that 1 week where you're like, I've just cleared up. I've taken everything from their website. I'm so happy. That's when it's become valuable. So allocate time, check those clearance sections, and make sure you find the top deals when they come up. Now, another top tip kind of along the same lines of that is if you ever go into store, let's say, for example, I don't know, maybe you're in Walmart, maybe you're in like Argos or something. If you can, try and have a conversation with some people in the store. Generally, the higher, the better. And what you're looking to do is try and understand Do they have like a company-wide policy? Like, on a certain day, clearance sections happen. That's really good information to know, and you can learn that by watching the website. But the other thing you really want to know are there any clearance sections coming up, or maybe a little bit off-piste, but you can figure out what's going on. When is the next range, or when are the shelves changing? Because if they have a date when the shelves are changing, generally that means the website's going to update, things are going to happen. That's the date that the new range comes out. And when the new range comes out, the old range has got to go. And what happens to the old range? It goes in the clearance section. So just asking them when things are updating, how often they happen, that's going to give you a really big insight into what are the operational aspects of that supplier, that store, and as a result, you can probably understand what happens online as well, and also make sure you're triple, double, quadruple checking that website for those clearance sections to get the best deals. Right, that is it from me today, and hopefully you have enjoyed that video. Now, what I would say is give me a thumbs up. Let me know you've liked it, and hey, drop me some comments down below if you've got some questions. Maybe there's some sourcing techniques that you want me to do a video on that you've heard about and you're not too sure on, or maybe a bit more in-depth analysis. I love doing these videos. Just let me know. But also hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this. You'll be notified the moment they come out. And what I'll also do is I'll drop a link around here to a video that I've done about top sourcing techniques for your Amazon arbitrage business to help you find more deals. But for me, Thomas Parkinson, here in Mexico, Cancun, and I feel very blessed to be able to travel. Obviously, hopefully you can come join me soon, but thank you very much.